Hey y'all, I'm Tammy, and this is Collard Valley Cooks, where we cook like our mamas did. My mama used to make fruit trays all the time when we were kids because she catered weddings and baby showers and wedding showers, and boy was her fruit dip good. So I thought this year I would do some fruit dip for y'all because you might want to have it for your Super Bowl party. Okay, for this delicious fruit dip, we're going to be using the lemon juice and some fresh lemon zest. We're going to be using some sour cream, a can of Eagle brand sweetened condensed milk, and this is marshmallow cream, and it's a smaller container, 7 ounces. So we're going to zest our lemon, and you want to do the zest of the lemon before you juice your lemon. And you're just going to get right on the outside, the outer edge, so that you don't get in the white part. That's the bitter part, and you don't want anything bitter in your fruit dip. All right, we're going to set our zest to the side. We're going to slice through these lemons, and we're going to juice some lemon. Now, if you're going to serve some apple with your fruit tray, you want a little extra lemon juice for your apples so that they don't turn. So we're going to need a 1/3 cup for our recipe. Get plenty of juice out of it. You know what would be smart? To cut an X in the lemon so that when you put it on this point, it doesn't want to roll off of it. Then we're going to need a little extra to toss with our sliced apples. Try to really get that pulp out of there. Okay, now we're going to see how much we've got. Got me a little measuring cup. And that pulp will be good in our juice. That's a 1/3 cup right there. And then we've got some extra. So 3 medium lemons is going to do it. I think that's plenty of juice to toss our apples in. All right, first we're going to prep our fruit. And with strawberries, I get a wet wash rag and I go around the strawberry with my wet wash rag. And I also wipe off the green. Now, if you don't want to take the time to do it this way, you can wash them in a strainer in the sink and set them out on a paper towel to dry. It's totally up to you. It's according to how much time you've got. If I'm in a hurry, this is the way I do it because to me, it cleans them and gets all the sand and stuff off of them and makes them pretty and ready to eat. So first, you're going to get all your strawberries clean. Then we'll start on the pineapple. Everybody loves strawberries. Now, I'm leaving the green on the strawberry and not half in the strawberries, even if they're big, because I want my fruit tray to be pretty and I want a little color of green on my fruit tray. And the reason I said that I do it this way when I'm in a hurry is because then I don't have to lay them out on a paper towel and wait for them to dry because it takes forever. And you know, since you're not dipping these in chocolate, you could put them on the tray without them being, bone dry. Now I'm washing off my apples and we're going to core them and slice them at the same time with my apple corer. Now, if you want smaller apple slices, then you can slice them yourself, okay? And just use a core for the apple. But I'm going to use this because I only have to use one thing. I want to keep the color on the apple because it's pretty on the fruit tray. If you want to peel your apples, you can do that. And we're going to toss these in some lemon juice because we had some left to make sure they don't turn. So we got to hurry and do this so that we can get them in their lemon juice. Try to pick out an apple that's sweet and tart, Golden Delicious, Gala, Honeycrisp, or whatever you can find on sale, Pink Lady. Buy what's on sale. Do not use green apple, Granny Smith's. Do not use Granny Smith's, Red Delicious. Try to use something that has a little more flavor. And tartness because it's going into something sweet for your dip. Now we're going to toss these in some lemon juice real quick. This is the lemon juice we had left out of those lemons. I'll toss them in this and then we'll mix up our dip in this as well. All right. That way we just have one thing to wash. Now these are large slices of apples. And I might just toss a little bit at a time. Make sure they get coated good. Now we're going to put these out on our clean counter, and we're going to put this together in just a minute. All we got left is pineapple. If you have some apple that didn't get cored good, make sure you cut them off. As you're putting them in the tray, you can do that. And remember to go ahead and cut up enough fruit so that if you need to refill your tray, if you are going to have a huge crowd, especially if you're doing this for like a shower, some type of wedding shower, whatever, just make sure you got your extras so that you can refill your tray if you need to. Now, if you're serving a lot of different stuff, one tray is enough. All right. So this has got just a little bit of lemon juice in it. I'm going to grab the rest of this pulp and put in here because I want it in our dip. Okay, pineapples are way cheaper if you buy them and cut them up yourself. And that is what you want to do if you are serving a lot of people. If you don't have dip, you can always put this in the middle of your fruit tray just to liven it up some, okay? But we do have a dip. And you got to trim it, but I'm going to tell you, you save a lot of money doing it. And if you're cooking for a crowd, you need to save the money, I'm sure, because you've already had to buy other things. And you're going to want to trim all those little brown things off the outside. Now, when I was a kid, my mother catered weddings and different things like showers, baby showers, and wedding showers. And oh my goodness, she always had a fruit tray, always. And she would have to serve a lot of people. So she would cut up melon as well. If you want to cut up some cantaloupe, honeydew, watermelon, you can. And Mama would actually use a melon ball to scoop them out in little balls. And they were always so pretty. She went the extra mile and did such a good job. Now we're going to get the core out of the middle. And the way I do that is I just cut beside it on a couple of sides. Lay them down for slices. And since this is going to be on a fruit tray, you can make long pieces or you can make little pieces. Since this is going to be something that we dip, I'm actually going to cut it in like a longer strip and then go right down the middle. Everybody loves pineapple, and this pineapple is already very sweet without even having to dip it. We're going to do strawberries. And I've only got 3 fruits, okay? It's up to you what fruit you pick, but I wanted fruits that would be good dipped in this fruit dip. This is a sweet fruit dip. You want to fill it up, make it pretty. Some of these pineapple are thicker, so you don't want them to be real big. Go ahead and slice them again. And if you want to be all fancy and line them up vertically together, you can. But I want this just to be a fun grab and go. And the great thing about this tray is it's not my mama's, and I get to eat some of it. It's not going to a wedding. When we were kids, Mama was always making fruit dip and fruit trays and mints and just all kind of stuff. She would make those, I mean, just tons of stuff. And she would say, you know, y'all can't have any of that. That's not for you. Now, y'all can't have any of that. That's not for you. And she couldn't afford to buy a bunch of extra for 4 kids because she didn't make a lot of money doing what she done, because she always went the extra mile and spent more money than she needed to. That's a pretty tray. So now we're going to get over here and mix up our fruit dip to go in there. Now for the great dip. Here we go. It's got some good stuff in it. There's a little bit of lemon juice left in the bottom, and that's fine. We're going to be using about 1.5 cups of sour cream. Now, if you don't have sour cream, you can use yogurt, plain yogurt. We're going to be using a whole can of Eagle brand sweetened condensed milk. Yummy. The lemon juice that we squeezed, it's a 1/3 cup. We're going to mix this up good. I'm going to use a whisk. So really and truly, it's almost like a lemon icebox pie, but it's got the sour cream in there because it's so sweet. You want to cut that with something that's a little sour, and the lemon juice does that along with the sour cream. And you can see it's a little bit thick, but not thick as it should be. All right. And what makes it thicker is our marshmallow cream. So you're going to be using a container of marshmallow cream. Oh, we didn't get any of our lemon zest in there. Let's put a little zest in it and whisk it in there good. We're going to leave just a little bit for the top. Now we're going to put in our marshmallow cream. I'm hoping I don't need a mixer to do this. I'm hoping I can whisk it in there. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. This is pretty sticky. Pretty much like marshmallow cream is really, really delicious. And you can melt marshmallows if you don't have this. You can just melt some marshmallows on the stove in a nonstick pan if you want to. I could tell you right now. Well, I'm just going to try to do this, y'all. Work it, girl, work it. Just don't splatter it. And if you're not really good at mixing, I would suggest, a matter of fact, let's just get out this hand mixer because it's got some lumps in it. And when we serve this, we don't want it to look lumpy. All right, better be safe than sorry. We'll turn it on. Now you can refrigerate this and it'll get a little thicker as well. It makes a lot of dip, but it's thick enough to dip the fruit in. You can see. And after it's refrigerated, it'll be even thicker. Delicious. If you are an Eagle brand fan, if you love sweetened condensed milk, you will love this dip because it really tastes like the condensed milk. That's so good. We're going to refrigerate it and then get it on our fruit tray. All right, so we are going to get this in the middle of our fruit tray. You can just store the rest of your fruit and the rest of your dip. We're going to sprinkle some of this zest on top of it. And then we're just going to wrap this tray good with some plastic wrap. So don't fill your dip past the rim because you're going to wrap it tight over the top so you don't mess up your dip. You're going to wrap everything. You're going to slide it in the refrigerator, and that dip will set up a little bit extra. And then when you pull it out to serve it, it'll be delicious and ready to go. So this is something you need to make. Get it in that refrigerator and make ahead of time. If your job is the fruit tray this year, go ahead and go the extra mile and make some good dip to go with it instead of using that kind from the grocery store. All right? Thank you so much for watching Colored Valley Cooks. I hope you enjoyed my mama's fruit dip. We'll see you next time. Love ya. Bye.
Cooking time, it's over now. she just showed you how to cook it up like Mama used to do. So go on out and have some fun. Now you're getting dinner